the stream. Oh shit! I didn't even make sure our levels are right. I gotta check. Go, Mark.
Check.
And Nate.
Check.
Nate, why are you so quiet? Some
He's quiet on
enthusiasm,
my
bro.
end too, though.
Woo! Check.
There you go. Gotta have enthusiasms. Okay.
I don't think that's required by law.
No, but it's required by podcast. Okay. Bringing up my preview, what you call it. Welcome, everyone, to the Three Cynics Podcast Preamble.
I'm going to stop playing Rampage Nights?
I mean, that's advisable, yeah. I'm going to reset my preview device so that we can have, well, never mind. You guys don't need to understand the purpose of that.
We don't get to be privy, Mark. You hear that?
Okay, so Nate, I'm going to need you to send me at least one selfie in which the top of your head is not cut off. Unless you want to make that your thing. And then I can just include nothing but photos without the top of your head for now on.
I was just trying to let you give me some wacky hats, bro.
I mean, damn it! Why didn't I think of that? I'm lame. I can't help it.
Silly as shit.
You don't want wacky hats, Mark?
No, I don't want wacky hats.
You're boring.
I don't wear any hat.
But why?
I guess I will not anymore after I leave my current job either.
But
Wild. But what?
I don't quite understand what's wrong with hats. I wear a cool guy hat every once in a while.
I'm just saying, I don't wear hats, Clay. I used to wear hats. Now I don't wear hats.
What the hell? Why not?
I don't know. Fuck those hats.
Nailed it.
It's as simple as that? Fuck those hats?
Yeah. Dude, I wore a baseball cap for like 19 to 25, homie.
I blame it for being bald, to be honest with you.
I do too, Nate, because my hair, I have bald way less since I stopped wearing a hat.
I wore a hat a lot as a kid. Like,
so did
I. And now I'm bald as fuck. So I blame it. Not that I really mind being bald. I don't actually care.
No, most people don't care. That's totally cool.
Saves me money on...
Dude, if people didn't care, we wouldn't have the hair club for men and that laser shit where they zap your head and shit.
Yeah, but Nate...
People care.
Nate ain't people. God, why you gotta generalize like that?
You're right. Nate ain't people. Right about that.
People are the worst.
People are most certainly the worst.
So, fuck those guys.
I really don't care what anybody thinks of me either. Y'all can all eat a dick.
Too, if you're hungry.
The banned phrase.
The
eating.
Only in your house.
No, well, Denise just told me this afternoon that she doesn't like the fact that I once in a while say eat a dick because I stole it from Mark Jr. and she says I need to be more original. I think she's right, but that doesn't mean eat a dick.
You could copy Wax and say, or at least eat a pita chip, you piece of shit.
What?
It says, eat a dick or at least eat a pita chip after I skeet on it, you piece of shit.
Wow, I don't... That is entirely lost on me.
Okay.
Is he a modern rapper?
I don't think he's really done much in a couple of years, but yeah, he's like a low-key rapper guy.
Huh.
He's Latino. I like a lot of rappers that aren't famous. That's my musical rap taste that goes beyond the 90s anyway.
Okay.
I don't have a rap taste outside of the 90s. So
I don't know. The early aughts weren't the worst.
Who were the early aughts?
Well, Snoop was still active in the early aughts.
But Snoop's still.
And then there was like Ludacris. Ludacris was all right.
Yeah, I like Ludacris.
That's like my favorite music. Most part is that music that's made like at 79 or 80 or at 89 or 90. Because like you can tell it's the transition between genres of music, so it kind of incorporates a little bit of everything.
Right when when disco became pop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you
and
can
then
still hear
rock
those
became
disco elements in it.
grunge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite anyway. I don't know
Yeah,
about
those
y'all.
transitions were nice. What was the transition in the early aughts? It was like R&B became hip hop, or hip hop became pop. I don't remember which. No, that was the 2010 transition. Hip hop became pop. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I like Casey and JoJo all my life. That's a good song.
Hell yeah.
What? Now I'm lost.
I know you know that song.
I mean, I probably do, but I haven't listened to music in the longest time.
I don't know if he knows that song. Nate. He didn't listen to any of that kind of music, dude.
What are you talking about? I used to love hip hop and rap,
When?
R&B.
In like
Forever.
1994?
Dude, I get chills
like,
every time I hear Boys to Men.
No, hell no. There's
DVD.
Tell 'em about your man crush with Justin Timberlake.
Oh, and I have a total man crush on Justin Timberlake.
dude. Don't. I know this is live. I ain't saying it. Eat a dick. I don't know.
Mark, we all got man crushes, bro. It's cool.
Justin Timberlake's awesome. He's made some awesome music. What goes
He
around goes around. Yeah, I love that shit.
I got a man crush on Johnny Depp. It's cool.
Oh, God,
I have-
everybody. Stop.
I have
Stop.
a great eclectic appreciation for music. I just don't really listen to music. Just is what it is. And I love The Band. You guys ever listen to The Band?
No.
All right. There you are. The Band
listen to Watsky?
was a country band that, well,
Yep.
not exclusively, but a lot of the time covered R&B hits. They did
Couldn't
that
handle
one
it.
En Vogue. En Vogue. What was the one? You remember En Vogue, right?
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
No,
Yeah.
but what was their really hardcore one?
Free your mind.
Free Your Mind.
Whoa, whoa.
You know, remember, free your mind and the
That's
rest
so
will
great.
follow. Yeah, The Band covered that, and it was better than the original in country format. And I don't even like country music. It was great.
I really love remakes of songs. Like, I hate remakes of movies, but I love hearing a different take on a song.
Hmm.
I guess it's because when you do a different song, you have to pay attention to the source material. It has to be there because it's only 5 minutes long, at most.
Yeah,
More
usually
likely 2
3.
minutes.
Yeah.
But with a movie, you get all these creative licenses and shit, and it's dumb. And like, shut up, nobody cares about your thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, fuck the Transformers and Michael Bay.
Oh yeah, he made The Rock though. I like The Rock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Although
That
I
was
do like
good.
the guy.
I'm about to say I like The Rock now. I like both Rocks.
But that had what's it called in it? It had Sean Connery and Nick Cage. You can't go wrong with Sean Connery and Nick Cage.
You can go for Nick Cage. But it did have my favorite, most underrated actor of all time, who I think should have gotten way more work, and I'm upset that he didn't. I mean, not like really upset because I don't know him that well and I don't care, but you know, as upset as I can be about that kind of thing. Ed Harris, in case you guys were wondering.
Dude, Ed Harris.
Which one's
on
Ed
a lot of
Harris?
shows, Nate. He's the old main guy. He was the main
He's
bad guy
in
who changed his
Westworld
mind.
now.
Yeah.
He was.
I'm
in
Googling
Needful
him
Things.
now. Oh, what? Oh my God! His most recent photos. That man's dying.
Yeah, bro, he's like 800 years old. I don't know. I don't know.
No,
actually
he's
know how-
only 66. He looks
That's all.
horrible, but I know who he is. I know who you're talking about. He was a bad
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
in like RoboCop or some shit. The second RoboCop.
He's currently working on Westworld, bro. He
Never
doesn't look
heard of
bad
it,
in that,
but it's cool.
that show. It's like a sci-fi western thing on HBO. I don't know. I don't actually watch it. It's awful,
But it might be great. You don't know.
right? I'll never know what I'm missing. I'm fucking well.
Denise has tried for like 6 seasons in a row to suck me into Game of Thrones, and every time I'm like, yeah, that was all right.
Dude, no, I can't get into it. I'm like, why can't I do this? But I can't do it. I can't get into it at all, dude. It's like the worst shit ever. And it
I
doesn't
watched
even make
this
sense.
Episode stop.
Nate, I think I just figured out your new shtick,
Say,
the thermostat.
there's the thermostat right there. Yeah, totally. It's there. It exists.
It's right
I touch
there
it on
on the
occasion.
wall. It's in your feed all the time. It's the thermostat. You got to
I don't think
measure the
that's a
temperature of the audience.
6.
No, it's turned all the way down. What's the lowest setting?
Oh, that's only heat.
Oh, it's only heat. See? Never
Yeah, it's a
mind.
common thing up north, Clay.
Well, yeah, I know. I install them all the time because they break all the time because nobody knows how to make a good thermostat. All right, are we ready to start the podcast proper?
But did we not already start that? Holy shit.
No. Here we go. Rolling the intro. Y'all ain't gonna hear it because I didn't bother setting up the soundboard because fuck all that. That's so much effort. No, it's not. But I didn't feel like doing it.
Story of my life. You know how long
Welcome
it took me to send
everyone
me, like,
to a
13
Three Cynics
texts?
podcast. I'm Clay, your host and MC. I'm joined tonight by your favorite conspiracist, Mark Jr.,
Yes, sir.
and the saltiest crab on the sea floor, Nathan.
Hey.
I didn't bother
Hey,
writing
hey,
verbose intros for everyone this week because this week is we haven't had a podcast in like 3 weeks because we've been questioning the direction of our podcast. So this podcast will in fact be a podcast about our podcast. It's podcastception.
Now, wait. We made podcasts. We just didn't publish.
we made terrible podcasts.
They were terrible podcasts.
It was
Yes,
awful. For everyone who missed it, which is everyone, we made a gaming.
Yep.
There was a few people live, a few of my regulars, my Astroneer regulars, but I don't think they were really paying attention. Anyhow, we made a podcast all about E3 because that's the biggest gaming news of the year. Except it was horrible because we're tired of talking about the cynical consumer product that is video games. And that's pretty much what it boils down to. Aside from bad decision making, and including bad decision making, most of the podcasts we have made about video games is about how horrible it is that video games are a business. Am I wrong?
Sounds accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounds accurate.
So we for fucking 20 months now, we've been bitching about the idea that some asshole is trying to milk you for a video game or video game accessories or fucking skins and knife skins, Nate. Or
I sell video games and video game accessories.
exactly. So we have essentially come to the conclusion that we are at a crossroad with our podcast. So tonight's discussion is going to be about where the podcast goes. Now, I will begin because Sebastian isn't here. I will introduce his idea. His idea was that each of us picks a topic, and each of us acts as presenter for that topic on each episode. No matter what the topic be, Mark Jr. doesn't have shit to say about video games, but if somebody decides to present video games, we have 3 other voices to talk about it. And yeah, that's so that the podcast could be so varied that everyone participates. But I have a problem with that in that we have no genre in that case. If we're talking about everything, then we're talking about nothing, essentially, when it comes to an audience, because nobody goes to a video game podcast to hear about sports, and nobody goes to a sports podcast to hear about politics, etc., etc. What do you guys think of the topical distribution idea?
No, me and you talked about this earlier today, Clay. No. What we need to do is we need to find a topic so we can get in a category and not just be a broad ranging. What do you put it in? General? I don't think there is a general.
There's no general.
Exactly. So what do you put it in then if we talk about, a different thing each week individually?
Well, no, it would be like 4 stories within an hour, one presented by each of us. But you're right.
Hell no.
We've never had a topical listing in iTunes or in any podcast app. If you search for us under gaming, even though we've always been a gaming podcast, we're not there. I don't know how to assign a category to us within the various platforms. I have no idea how people do that. But that doesn't mean we don't need a category. What do you think about it, Nate?
I'm not a fan of that because when we tried to kind of like do our votes and stuff, we were awful.
Yeah, we were awful. You're right about that.
We were not good. So if I had to say a thing on that, I'd say no. I'm not, because like it has to be something we all want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be.
Now I'm rooting around a couple of ideas in my brain pan, so maybe once I formulate those a little bit better, we'll get to them. But yeah, I'm not too on point with that one.
And you know, I think that may have been something that held us back as a podcast growing. Well, a podcast with a growing audience is the fact that we didn't have a category. And maybe we should, in time, figure out how to categorize ourselves for people's searches. But I was thinking earlier, a few hours after Mark Jr. and I ended our phone conversation today, and I thought, Mark was right. We need to find something that we all have in common. And I know what we all have in common.
Me too. But you go
White
first.
people?
No.
Yeah, that too.
We all love podcasts.
So we need to do a podcast about podcasts?
Why should we not do a podcast about podcasts? Imagine it this way with me. We take turns. It could be a bi-weekly podcast so that we all have time to absorb a new podcast with each recommendation. But imagine this with me. Week 1, it's Mark Jr.'s turn to suggest a podcast. He suggests some horribly voiced fucking fiction garbage. And
In fairness, Mark, I've liked about 30% of what you turned me on to.
And then we all spend the next week or 2 weeks listening and formulating our opinions and ideas about the recommended podcast. And then after that, we take turns. Then it's Nate's turn. Then it's Clay's turn. Then it's Sebastian's turn. So we will all be listening. Well, excuse me. 3 out of 4 members will always be listening to something they don't want to listen to. But at the same time, formulating...
have similar tastes.
Well, formulating viable opinions and ideas about a general topic that we all agree on.
I'm going to digest that.
All right. You digest that. What do you think, Mark Jr.? Podcast about podcast.
I don't know, dude. So we become like a recap shit? Like I'm give you a synopsis, a 15-minute synopsis on No Sleep podcast? I mean,
no. Well, yes, the recommender, that is the person whose turn it is to recommend a podcast that everybody listen to for the allotted time, is going to give the synopsis. And then everybody else can weigh in on what exactly that podcast is and how they felt about it and where it succeeds and where it fails, etc., etc. It's just creating a discussion about podcasts. Individual podcasts in succession.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. That puts us in...
Go on.
Go ahead.
No. Say.
It's going to make us like a afterthought for people's podcasts. So you're literally going to come to us to listen to the No Sleep, or to find out about the No Sleep, or to find out about, the Magnus Archives, or there's 100 of them. Well, 53 I could name.
Well, Mark Jr., where do you hear about podcasts? On podcasts.
And on, yeah, but it's like a minute and a half long thingy.
Right, it's an advertisement, yeah.
Yeah, it's an advertisement. So, I don't know, dude. I don't...
But,
I don't know,
that's the only thing that I could think of that we would all like to talk about is podcasts. All right, Nate's up. Go.
Nate just noped you, because here's what. Go back and listen to our old podcasts. Another thing that we all have in common that I feel generally makes for our best content, and I could be biased in that, is personal life stories. We all have it in common. We all grew up together. And we all have our own formulated adult opinions on everything that happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I might have issue with that because I don't remember. That's the end of that statement. I don't remember.
And remember, let's say, like, do you remember the time that Sarah broke one of Mom's statuettes and blamed it on Rob, and we tried to be like, Mom, Rob was in the room with us the whole time, and then she grounded Rob anyway?
No.
Sure do.
No.
See?
I remember the time Sarah ran over a stop sign in Dad's F-150 and was super embarrassed because I was literally 70 feet away watching it happen.
Well, we all
I
have
remember
that.
that.
We all have that.
It's true. We all have that. So,
I don't know.
the tales from the Gona? Is that where we're back to?
Yes, it's the greatest.
And people love to know other people's lives. It's very weird to me.
Right, so we're creating reality audio.
Right, but actually real.
Yeah. Right. Right,
Like-
not produced. Yeah.
Yeah, people follow motherfuckers on Twitter, and it's like Mark Schlereth, and he's like, out to dinner with the wife. Nobody cares, bro.
Oh,
But
wait a
people
minute.
care.
Wait a minute. For copyright purposes, I must mention that the viewers are watching me play Evolve Stage 2, I think they called it. I like it. It gets old quick. Go on.
But, you know, they love that. And look at, like, really popular YouTubers. There's a whole bunch of them, and it's literally just, like, video blogs and shit like that.
They're called vlogs, Nate, and it's people discussing important matters in their own lives.
I'm not hippity to the lingity, bro. This is what it is. But I mean, I can tell y'all some shit you guys don't know about me.
Uh-huh.
Just is what it is, and you can do the same.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just thought, like, maybe we incorporate several ideas together. Because I think that drawing on our personal experience is important. And it's kind of what makes any individual podcaster unique. You know, you can listen, like I listen to several podcasts about military history, and I can hear the same thing 4 different ways, and it's entertaining each time because of that person's personal experience and spin on it.
Right. Huh.
That's my logic there.
Okay. Well, Mark Jr., I need you to rebut him while I go pee. I'll be right back.
I mean, he is the worst, isn't he? But it's not a real podcast, Nate. I mean, I'm okay with that, but I mean, we're gonna run out of stories. What do we turn it into?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we combine 2 ideas. Because, like, I don't know. It's just spitballing at the moment.
No.
But,
I mean, I'm cool. I like the premise of it. Okay, it could be good. Because I got awesome stories.
right. Like the time I got into a knife fight with a tranny. I already told that one, but it's a really good one.
But no, we could use that one, Nate. Yeah, that's for damn sure. You know, so
Pretty sure that was completely culturally inappropriate, but it happened.
well, yeah. What
And
I mean,
it sounds way
whatever.
funnier if I say it that way.
And better than LGBTQ. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that, Nate.
I mean, fact, the guy was actually just a dude dressing up so he could perv on women. So every redneck's worst fear about that law that they tried to pass or whatever.
Yeah, the bathroom joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
so
don't know.
full of shit.
Shut
So
the
what?
fuck up.
I think what you're saying is that we need a rebranding.
No, I think that's what you're saying, and now we're talking about that.
Yes. That's exactly how that went down.
But I think what you're concurring is that we need a rebranding.
No, I'm good with talking about the video game industry. It's just the same shit, that's all.
Yeah, it gets redundant. That's the thing. It gets completely redundant. Like, I don't watch nearly as many programs that Jim Sterling produces. I watch the Jimquisition every week. But outside of that, I don't watch his other programming because it is redundant. Yeah, video game makers are fuckheads who want to make money, and many indie developers are shitheads who don't know what they're doing. Okay, I got it, like last year. So the video, and plus we are unwilling to invest what it takes to keep up with the latest hottest.
I'm not doing that shit.
No.
I don't even want to play 90% of it.
Exactly. So we're not like quintessential gamers. We don't want to play every game that comes out. So we're not fitted for making a gaming podcast. Right, Mark Jr.?
Fair.
We're just not
bro.
fitted for it.
I'm an American. I can have an opinion on shit I ain't never done.
It's true.
Fuck yeah, I can.
But when it comes to like, oh man, Far Cry 17 is coming out this week. It's the newest, latest, hottest. Any member of the Three Cynics play it? Fuck no, it's probably garbage.
You know that.
What does that result in? That results in fucking goddamn podcasts that I delete. That's what it results in.
Yeah, that
So it's like,
Well, I think that what you're basically saying there is that we care about the industry more than we care about the games individually.
well, you and I do, but Mark doesn't give a shit. He has the completely skeptical and cynical opinion that games are a product, they want your money, and I don't want to give it to them unless they're offering me something really special. And that is Mark's entire view of the video game industry.
yes.
I mean, he's been expressing that exact same view once a week for like 2 years.
Probably longer than that. We just weren't recording it.
right. So,
I mean, like, y'all's original idea was talk politics, and I'll talk politics. 'Cause I do have opinions on it, but it's just going to be way worse than Mark's opinion on video games.
right. Yeah. Mark and I had already assumed that. So, Mark,
Every politician
Bam.
is looking to fuck you in the asshole.
right. He is as
Some
cynical
are.
about politics as Mark is about video games.
Some
And-
proverbially and some literally.
Right. So, and plus it has gotten to me, it's gotten to the point with me where I can't even counteract Mark's negativity. Mark's apathy and Nate's negativity with my own positivity because I don't have any positivity left for the video game industry. I see them all as scoundrels, or the majority of them. And yes, it's a business, and I understand they have to make money or there's no reason to do it. And it still irks me to... Oh, Nate, you should have seen the podcast we made. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Sebastian,
so bad.
my own son was screaming at me.
Sweet.
And I had to apologize to him afterward because I had basically channeled my inner Nate times like 3, 4, or 5 and was like, fuck that shit, it's all garbage and I hate it. And
Should probably fucking die.
right. So it was awful. So so what's on the table?
So what I'm thinking is that we come up with 2 or 3 good topics that we can all agree on, and then we just find a way to merge them. Because our biggest problem, I think, is honestly, is anything we can do either has to be A, based on our personal experiences, or B, based on our opinions. Because I don't think, no offense to any of us, but any of us are educated enough or willing to put in the time enough to be experts on anything.
No, fuck
Like,
that.
I can't educate a motherfucker.
I can
Can't.
build a house.
agree.
That's the extent of my expertise.
Yeah, well, this old house does not translate to podcast well. All right?
I don't know. I was watching
that
a
is
public
not
television show, a public television show about building a cabinet in which you can disguise a lifting system for your television, and it was pretty fucking cool. But I mean, they've got like production value and shit.
Yeah. So it has to be either opinion based or based on personal experiences. That's pretty much our area of expertise because we lack expertise.
Right.
Fail.
And we don't want to regurgitate the same stuff other people are doing because we've all listened to all of Dan Carlin's work, and I can name a couple of other podcasts that I listen to that I've basically cover the same material.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're just regurgitating somebody else's work. So what's the point in that?
Right. So maybe we do Tales from the Gona with podcast recommendations? because we all know that. I mean, that's what we have, right? We've at least that's the consensus we've come to so far, is that, well, most of us have stories to tell, and we all love podcasts.
How about the Fullerton Variety Hour?
No. Oh, fuck. Fullerton
like it?
Variety. No.
You already added sound effects, Dick.
I like Tales from the Gona. Tales from the Gona is a great title.
See, the problem, Nate, that I have with Tales from the Gona is me and Clay hung out solid for like 2 years when I first got into high school. And he doesn't remember none of that shit.
Nothing. I don't know what's wrong with my brain.
Awesome shit. His girlfriend Annie went out of town. It was so awesome. We threw a party at her house. Clay was fucking some bitch. I was fucking some other. It was awesome. It was like the greatest shit ever.
No. Mark Jr.
What?
Here's a strange tale.
Who the fuck is Annie?
I remember that.
Do you? It was so awesome. It was
No. You gotta save it. Because I have details to add to that will blow your mind.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. It was
physically, but not metaphorically.
I'm just saying, it was so epic. I remember it was the greatest shit
I don't
ever.
remember Annie at all, just for the record. I don't know who the fuck that was.
Kicking it with us, Nate.
Huh?
You weren't kicking it with us.
Right, but I can now tell you all about Yen or Wen or Jen or whatever the fuck her name was.
Yen.
Name was Yen.
You had to
know. I can tell you about Kim, because Clay was worried that I banged her when I wouldn't touch her. She was gross.
Yeah, I like chubby chicks. I can't help it. It just is what it is. She was a chubby chick that I dated.
Yeah, because she was banging two other dudes.
But I didn't realize she was gross. Now see,
she was gross.
This is this is shit we could get into, and I think Nate's right.
So, but yeah, like I remember several of your girlfriends, Mark. I remember several of Clay's girlfriends. I know, obviously, I remember several of mine. So, you know,
remember a lot of mine. So that's good, I guess, huh?
I mean, I was pretty boring in high school.
I had the greatest time ever.
I remember.
You fucked it all up. That's the best part.
I fucked it completely up, but it was so fun. I don't even know if I would change it now, dude. No, that shit was so fun.
Oh my god!
Because you know who you are. You just don't dwell on it. You're that guy. Like if you dwelled on it, if you were a different personality, you would have been that guy who peaked in high school and told everybody else about it all the time because you were a damn good wrestler.
That I was, and I had a great time doing it. But yeah, no, I didn't peak in high school, dude, because I don't give a fuck.
Right. If you cared about it, you would be that. Do you remember?
It doesn't matter to me. I don't fucking care about what you think of me, dude. I'm busy.
You remember Jimmy
Mihalchik?
I don't know the fucking last names. not the dude. The dude that mom used to babysit for, and he had the 2 kids, and I'm pretty sure the one was retarded.
You mean the Knights? Oh no, I remember Jimmy and what's her name? Yeah, and the older girl's name. Yeah, I don't remember her name.
You'd be that guy, because all he ever did was talk about how he played high school football.
Yeah, no,
so
I'm
if you
busy.
had a different personality, you'd be that guy.
No, I'm busy.
Right. Like some of us move on from life in that sector. I don't know. That's just my. I feel like look how naturally all of that conversation just flowed for those 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean that's true.
I mean, it's just it is what it is. And when you force a topic upon people, the conversation doesn't flow naturally. And then Mark and I both kind of sit here quietly after you introduce the topic, waiting for one of the other ones to say something. And then we both just spout the same shit we spouted last week about a different topic that's somewhat similar.
Yeah. It got redundant. It got boring. And
so I think we need to make like some sort of, like you said, like a vlog. I'm hip to the lingity now.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe base it around something. Maybe find a topic or a series of topics every week that we can relate our experiences to. Because I mean,
there are people who do that,
stories,
like the vlog brothers, who are like,
I hate them already.
The 2, Hank and John Green, they are amazing. And John Green has had like 3 movies made from his fiction that he's written. Anyway, all they ever do is just talk about themselves and answer viewer questions. And they've made an entire career out of that.
Damn.
viewer questions, bro.
Oh, yeah. We're going to answer their questions as soon as they present some questions.
I'm saying they got enough right now. It's just Ethan. He's just hanging out. It's Stefan. How that's pronounced? He's from France. So we do. Why do we have such a? Why is our audience like all European? I'm not like complaining about it. I'm just curious.
I've had 4 books published. 3 of them were in Europe.
That doesn't. So
why?
Like, yeah.
Why? I don't know. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do British people appreciate the things that I or we make? No idea. No idea.
Like most of my friends on Steam now are from Europe. I'm sorry, I'm going to air quote that. Friends.
He's muted. Wife's in the room.
Yeah, wife's in the room. Anyway, like this. Like this is the thing. Man, get out, bitch. Talking to the dog. It's the thing. Every week, bro. Every week.
No, we like have Nate's interruption segment.
And then she's like,
"Yeah, it's a touchdown."
I'm like, "I don't want to be interrupted." And then she just knocks till I unlock the door. But anyway, no, there's something strange because most of my friends on Steam are European. Most of the people who have subscribed because we play Dirty Bomb are European. Most of the people who watch Wednesday Morning Role Playing are European. We appeal to Europeans, I guess. I don't know why that is.
The most active members of my Astroneer crowd, which is our biggest crowd, are African and European and Czech. It's not Czechoslovakia anymore, so I guess they're just Czech. It's the Czech Republic.
Yeah, Czech Republic.
So they're all from Europe or Eastern Europe. And I don't know what it is. I don't give a shit. If they want to hear me talk, I will talk for them.
What I'm saying is if we could figure it out, we could harness that and weaponize it.
I don't want to weaponize it.
Proverbially speaking.
Right. Yeah. I got you. So that's where we're at, huh?
You got an idea?
No, not really. Because I was thinking stupid ass pop culture. Me and Clay talked about it. I was like, hell no, I can't do that shit. It's the devil.
Reality television with the 3 cynics.
Eat it. Yeah. I'm not even listening to us.
We got 5 viewers right now. Do they have any opinions?
I don't know. I think they're randos because any of our regulars would have said hi.
I mean, we're going to run out of stories. Don't get it twisted at some point in time. But if we get through all our stories, then we'll just go through our 20s and shit when we didn't know any shit about each other at all.
That's true. I mean, it doesn't have to be just tales from when we were young. Like, I can tell you about some shit that happened last week at work. Like, it just is what it is.
And it can still be Tales from the Gona. It's all right. It's just the title.
I keep unable to being connected to the chat, by the way. So I, have to keep refreshing the page to see people chatting. I don't know. Maybe YouTube hates me.
Yeah, it's having some issues. It is what it is.
So, I don't know. I mean, talk to the people, see if they have any ideas. Because, I mean, that's what we're looking for is what do we, how do we appeal to the audience? And then find a way to capitalize on that.
That's the thing. We don't have a regular audio audience yet. We don't. All the time, it's different people, constantly. And let me tell you, listeners and viewers, if you come at me subscribing or liking with a fucking icon that says buy real SoundCloud subscribers now, I will block you. I've done it dozens of times already. But
that sounds like something you should do. Yeah.
No.
It sounds exactly like something you should do.
I'm not buying subscribers. It's a load of horse shit right out the gate. So, plus there's entire profiles on Android and SoundCloud that their only contribution to the platform is an audio track that encourages you to submit your music to their music label or whatever. And yet they'll follow us assuming that we make music because we put up short form audio. Oh, and yeah. I'm like, blocked, bitch.
Like a comment like, hey, I love your music. And you're like, what?
Yeah, I block and report those people all the time. So we have no regular audio audience yet. It's all so rando. So trying to gather opinions from them seems rather pointless.
But you're missing the point. I'm not looking for the audio people. We have regulars who watch individual programs.
It's true.
So part of it is because of whatever program we're showing, be it Wednesday morning role playing, Sunday night role playing, Saturday morning Astroneer, or whatever, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that draws them to us as opposed to other people. So what is that? Because I don't think I'm that charming or witty or anything else. I mean, I'm not down on myself. I have a very high opinion of myself. But I don't know.
Yeah, bitches. That's how I get down too.
Just being honest. Like, I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm bad at, so I do what I'm good at.
Right.
That makes so much sense. It's like the greatest shit ever.
It's just how life works,
Right.
So, but anyway, so what is it about us personality-wise? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I am not a person I want to hang out with. I'm a dick.
Yeah, and I'm a complete scatterbrain who can't think straight half the time, and I don't know why. But and Mark Jr. likes to scream about things if you get him passionate.
Just don't get me passionate. That's all. If it's just casual conversation, dude, we do it all day. I love to hang out with me. Just don't get me started. We'll be all right.
Talk about what do you mean chemtrails ain't real?
yeah. I mean, there's touchy subjects. Yes, Donald Trump murder you all. Shit like so. Yeah.
So maybe we take up a rebrand that is audio can be Tales from the Gona, and YouTube, I mean, Clay and Bros, Super Clay Bros. I don't know. I don't know, but I think there are two different audiences. So
Tales from the Gona.
Right. So if we rebrand the audio feed as Tales from the Gona, and I'll make up all the necessary artwork and all that sort of stuff. It's just a title. Doesn't necessarily mean that every story needs to come from Aragona. But
no, of course. Yeah.
But as far as the gaming channel goes, I mean, I've had people comment directly at me on YouTube that I don't want to watch some cynical pricks. I'm tired of cynicism because, the world is pretty fucking cynical nowadays in the age of the internet.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So,
what am I happy about, bro?
That's a good question. What are you happy about?
What are you happy about? Yeah, that's a damn good question.
I can see in your glasses that you're scrolling so rapidly you're not actually looking at anything.
Yeah, that's how it works. The internet's dumb and boring. It should be hated, but it's also the greatest.
Right. It's the greatest, worst thing ever. So, so as far as YouTube goes, people come to watch the gaming and us, just goof off and stink at things and watch Nate do awesome shooty majiggers. But yeah, I think we have two separate audiences that we haven't been utilizing. The audio audience is scatterbrain, or scattershot, I should say. How do we maximize our audience potential? Well, I think we've done a pretty good job on the YouTube side, and we've done a terrible job on the audio side. So I think we keep doing what we've been doing on YouTube and reformat the audio. Maybe rebrand both. I don't know. You guys aren't giving me any feedback on the idea of rebranding.
I mean, I don't care. I'm good with it either way. Like, it's my feelings aren't hurt. I just feel like, and Mark, tell me if I'm wrong here, but that if, and this is real shit, if we stop doing the podcast as you have suggested, then it's just Clay's channel. And that's all. I mean,
that's fair. I mean, I don't care if it's just Clay's channel.
Right, no, but then it's not about the three of us and getting together as a family, and because that's what this was always for me, was just hanging out with my bros.
No. Yeah, so I totally want to make a podcast, and I think Tales from the Gona is a great idea. It was a great idea when Mark suggested it like 2 years ago. We just never pursued it.
Because Mark ain't got no good ideas. They have to come through me.
Shut up.
No, I really don't have a lot of. I don't have a creative side of my brain, homie.
I'm sure you do. You just don't
No, I
utilize
smoked it. Smoked it. Gone.
It's gone. It
Gone
went up in
forever.
a puff of stinky
Dude, I am
skank.
I am not creative at all, dude. I lost that ability.
Hmm.
So artistic and shit. Not this white boy. They ain't
But
got
what-
shit
but-
for you, homie.
But like I said in our text messages last week or whenever it was, when the time comes that all three of us can contribute to the gaming channel, because that's essentially what it is. Let's not lie to ourselves. I want it to reflect all of us. So as far as rebranding goes, how do we rebrand it to reflect all of us? And not be something that is at its face, that is at its logo, something that people want to avoid, like cynicism. Excuse me. Not that we're not cynics, because we are.
Well, then, I mean, I don't know. We gotta take the name off, huh?
Is there a YouTube channel called Split Screen? Because that's a pretty good one.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me look that up. I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to go to...
I mean, if there is, fuck y'all. I thought of it later, but
Split Screen. Holy fuck, I don't think there's a channel called Split Screen.
bam, do it.
How do I wait a minute. That is fucking genius. How do I change it? I don't think I can do it live. Fuck.
Don't steal it live, people. Rude.
No, I'm pretty
I don't
sure there's nothing like that.
You know what makes me happy?
Oh,
Role-playing.
nope, there is. It's split/screen.
Oh, fuck them. They're not even good. I mean, that actually makes sense because it's like split, and I got it. Like, I got picking up what they're putting down.
Right. Oh.
Campus Gamer is Swedish.
Well, I mean, I've been thinking about how you guys, or how do I put this? That all three of us could stream to the same location, and the feed would be split amongst the three of us. Because I really like doing the content live. That's when people really engage. So, and I could help Nate set up an RTMP server because he has the best bandwidth. And all three of us could be on the same stream, but that would necessarily need 3 different feeds. I don't know. Split screen is a good idea, though. Split/screen. That's the only one that I can see is split/screen. That doesn't mean we couldn't totally subvert them and become split_screen.
Bro, it's Americanizing it. You take an idea and you tweak it.
right. Let's Apple this bitch. Huh. I like that a lot.
You know, kicked off Transformers.
Right. That's
Big
true.
bad Beetleborgs kicked off Power Rangers, who just tricked off of fucking Voltron. Just Americanize that shit. Hampus,
right.
we are having mad problems reading the comments. I keep disconnecting from the chat.
Oh, I didn't even know he was chatting. Wow, that's how far behind my chat is.
So I don't know.
Oh,
I think
shit,
that-
there's a bunch of shit in the chat that it hasn't showed me. Wow.
Oh yeah, YouTube's having issues, bro.
Wow.
I'm not a good streamer. I think that's my biggest problem.
Well,
Just not good at it.
you should be talking to the peoples. That's where you've gone wrong. Whoa, my chair just sank. I hit the
I
button.
did with the last one, but nobody wanted to watch me, so it's dumb.
Nope, I am unable to connect to chat. Holy shit,
Send it to
Ethan
us in
was
email, Hampus.
all up in it. Wow.
I don't know. Have we more or less abandoned Twitch?
I think we've pretty much abandoned Twitch.
Getting rid of
Gotta
that
get
endeavor?
bigger before you can go to Twitch.
Well, Twitch is so crowded. Not, see, and it's not crowded in a good way. It's crowded with content creators. And yeah, you would say, well, YouTube has a gazillion more content creators than Twitch, but it doesn't have nearly as many live content creators. So, and it's, I mean, fuck. How long did we stream on Twitch without getting a single impression of anything?
Oh,
and I start streaming on YouTube, and within a few days, literally a few days, start building an audience. So, it's, yeah, I don't know. I think the, yeah, well, I think the chat in YouTube is broken. That's one thing. Because I just got another warning, unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Anyway, but I think Split Screen is a really good name. And if we don't steal it now, somebody will steal it.
Thieving from my thievery. How dare you?
Right? Thieving from his thievery. And Mark, I mean, come on, Mark Jr., what do you got on this? You want to be a part of... see, the thing is, there's always going to be three of us. At least. There's going to be three of us until one of you quits, because I'm never quitting, because I'm obsessive like that. But maybe tri-screen? No. Triple screen. Screen cheat. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about this on a live recorded whatchamacallit. I don't know.
Ampus says what we're doing now is good content. I'm telling you, Clay, we've talked about this in the past. You and I both have. What makes us, or what makes anybody what they are, is the personality involved. The topic of conversation is just what brings people to the door.
Right. That's true.
And then you pick the ones, because I've listened to probably 30 military history podcasts. I listen to about 4 or 5 right now. I find military history overall very fascinating, but I listen to the guys I like, or the women I like, because one of them is hosted by a couple, a husband and wife. So, you know, that's what's got to bring it to people. So that's what we've got to capitalize on, is the people who, for some reason, like us. Normally, I just buy people stuff and then they like me.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, Mark. Have an idea, Mark. I mean, we all love sports, but I don't feel like we would create a good sports podcast.
No.
plus there's a million.
Yes.
Yeah, but I could be like Stephen A.
You could be,
kidding.
but you won't.
I can't
be.
fake it that hard.
They fake it so hard.
It's about time they fired Bill Jackson. Yeah, dude sucked. He was a great coach.
That he was.
Bad GM.
So,
Although, the draft Porzingis, so...
I mean, Mark Jr., you want to make a podcast about Tales from the Gona? You want to make gaming content under a new moniker?
I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, I need to be able to make game content, but yeah, that's cool.
I got it perfectly, Clay.
Uh-huh.
Did they use a / or a backslash? Because we just used the other one. Damn.
They use the / because it aligns with the S's. It's so smooth and sleek.
Well, we should sue them. Copyright infringement.
Our shit.
I mean, not many people know Hydrox was out before Oreo, but you think of them as the knockoff brand. That's all I'm saying.
That you do. But means right.
Well, I mean, Split Screen is a new channel. They don't have many videos up, but they are still very active. They're posting once a week. Well, no, 2 or 3 times a week. So, but I don't want to be ganging up on their logo, yo. So, maybe we'll find something.
Co-op reality. I don't know. Split Screen was all I got. Now I'm spent.
Now, see, you're draining Nate's brain there, Mark Jr. You got to come up with something. I came up with 3 cynics. Nate came up with ripping somebody else off. Now you got to come up with something.
Now, didn't I already tell you I'm not creative? Didn't we just talk about that shit?
That doesn't mean you can't think up of a 2-word title that describes what we do on the YouTubes.
Clay. Eat a dick is 3 words.
It is.
Oh shit, Google completely kicked me off YouTube. I'm sorry. The stream is still going on, but I have no way of monitoring it. Shit's fucked up. I might need a complete internet reset when we're done here.
It's YouTube, bro. YouTube is fucking up.
Okay. Well, we're still live, so I'm going to roll with it. Okay. So that's where we're at. We've already killed an hour, guys. So, yeah. These discussions might be exactly what we need. Worthwhile stuff. I mean, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean, maybe?
No,
I just
definitely.
looked up the thesaurus for words synonyms with split and screen, and nothing else works as well.
Oh, come on. Dichotomy of viewers? Hold on. Dissected. Oh, my fucking chair keeps sinking. Piece of shit.
I have a
expensive
really good
ass
one
chair.
on the tip of my tongue, and it'll get there. It's got to finish formulating.
Right.
It's got to get.
Right. Television dissection. Got it.
Yep.
Mark.
What's up?
Mark.
What's up?
Mark. You wanna
What's up?
talk about things?
Yeah, we can talk about things.
Are you tired or something? What the fuck?
No, not at all.
Well then, damn it.
No, then you're chilling.
Well, probably, viewers and listeners, before this time next year, Mark Jr. will have proper internet connectivity, and he will be able to join us for all this sort of good shit.
And you get to see my beautiful mug, too. So I got you.
In the meantime, when we next publish a podcast, it might be under an entirely different brand. It might come through your feed all the same, or it might not. You're going to have to look for it. I will post an update on Twitter. That's my update system because it's free. And I only have to use it when I want to. So, yes, look for us again soon. The YouTube channel might undergo a rebrand. The RSS feed might undergo a rebrand, but it will still be us. Anybody want to add anything before I roll the outro?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got that shit. In there like swimwear.
Okay, well, the outro is rolling, and everyone is lovely. Thank you all for joining us. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll see you next time.
Bye now.
Enjoy. That name was solid gold. Now we got to figure out a way to steal it.